Welcome to the Home of Misfits podcast, where normal is optional, masks are unnecessary, and you belong. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Home of Misfits, where everybody belongs and masks are optional, and we're all misfit to some degree. And the point is, we just have fun. So today I'm really excited because my friend Priscilla is here, and Priscilla and I, we actually met eons ago when we were all stationed together in Bamberg, Germany. Both of our husbands
Yep.
were active duty at the time. And although I don't remember that our paths crossed a lot, we just realized, oh, we were there at the same time, sort of.
Right. Yeah. Although I do remember seeing you a couple times.
Well, that
I
was
think at
hard
a
to
couple
miss it with my
functions.
like 370 pounds, so but anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah. A different
Right. And then we
story.
met,
Yeah.
but then we were stationed together again when our husbands went to the Sergeant Major's Academy in El Paso,
Yep.
Texas,
Yep.
and then we found out we're both living here in the same town, which, ha ha, this is
Yeah.
so cool. So,
Yeah.
why don't you tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about yourself, Priscilla?
Yeah. Well, like you said, military spouse, was a military brat, as they call us. First, my father was in the Army for 23 years, and we did not travel a lot because at that time it was considered peacetime. So
Mm.
the Army kind of tended to leave you in at the base a little bit longer. So we were stationed in Fort Ord for a really long time, twice, um, maybe three times. But I did travel to Germany two times with my father, and I met my husband the second time
Oh, you met
there
him in
in
Germany?
Karlsruhe.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was a senior in high school, junior, yeah, no, junior, and then we kind of were just friends, and then it's my senior year, yeah, we started dating, yeah.
nice.
So yeah, and then
And still together and
married
still
again.
married, so it is possible. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, 30, you know what? It'll be 34 years in about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh,
34
wow.
years. But
Party.
I've known him like longer than that. We knew each other for 6 years before we got married. So
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
We should all
traveled
celebrate
around
our
and
anniversaries together because Jeff and I think we're gonna hit 37. Yeah, I don't math, so clearly it's all good. Back to you.
when it gets up there, it's kind of like, we have to pause a little bit to think about it, because it's been
It's
so
like,
long.
okay, now we just do like the big ones. It's 30 something, and then we go again 40 something,
40
and
something, yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. We got married, and like you said, Bamberg was our first overseas assignment. No, I take that back. It was our second. Because when we were first, right off the bat, we went to, oh God, what is it? Kirchgowens, I think. He was stationed in Kirchgowens.
Okay.
Gießen, all right, so Gießen, Germany. Yeah, we were there. And then the second time we went back to Bamberg, and where we met you. Had my little girls, um, and that was quite the experience. And then went to California for a couple years, and then we went to El Paso. That's where we met up again, and
Yeah.
uh, then we got our assignments here in Colorado. And
Hey, so did
I
we.
love, yeah, I love how we kept like doing this, you know. And even though when we got here and we're still in the same place, we kind of like saw each other, but then we just kept,
Right.
on our paths. And then now here we are again, and this time we're really connecting, and
Right.
so
Well, I
blessed
guess
to
this
call
time
you
we are
my friend.
ready also.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I do.
Plus, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the other thing too is like back, when we first met, like in Bamberg or even Baumhol and in El Paso, I was not even close to the path that I'm on now,
Oh,
you know?
well, yeah,
So
yeah,
that was the whole plus it's like for me, I was still trying to figure out where do I fit, what am I supposed to do, what should I do, and blah blah, all of those things, that we pile on ourselves, trying to figure these
Yeah.
things out. It's like being a mom, being the military spouse, being the senior military spouse, and all of those things. It's like all those different masks and roles and everything we had to play. And it's like, we were pulled in some, and you went through very similar situations, pulled in 5 million different directions. We didn't have time to figure out and look at who am I? You know,
Right. Right.
who is Priscilla? Who is Sabina? It's like, what is really my purpose? So I
Right.
think that was
Right.
part of why we did this. And it's like we came together, it's like, oh, not time yet. And then we came together,
Mhm.
not time yet. And now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, now it's time and we're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
I totally agree. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sometimes
You
that's
know,
just
it,
that's just how it is with people. It's like, oh wow.
right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just not time yet, even though we're kind of like just touching base and then, it's just not time yet. But I felt like we kind of had the same journey, but with different aspects to it.
Hmm.
Just truly, when it boils down, truly trying to find out who we are. And right before we met each other again in El Paso, I did experience like a like a opening up, like who am I,
Oh, do
when we were
tell.
in California.
You want to get a little bit more
Yeah,
into that?
yeah. Well, my story is I had panic attacks because we left Bamberg. Uh, James got an assignment with an ROTC program at one of the universities there, and we were we were not around any military base. So before we left Germany, decided, what, this is a time for, since we're going to be away from this life, not totally, but not the
Right.
traditional way. Um, we were going to have some sort of break, and I thought, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to go back to school and and
Yeah.
just
Hmm. It
do
was a
me,
great
do
plan,
me.
wasn't
And
it?
yeah. Lo and behold, after I got settled in, I started feeling like these heart palpitations, and uh, one 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 scenario led to another that got a little bit more intense, till finally I did have a full-blown panic attack, and
Mm,
it was a little scary, because if you've ever experienced one, it just feels like, in my experience, I felt like I was splitting in two and was
mm.
having this massive heart attack.
I mean,
Um,
I never had one, but I can only imagine how scary that must be.
mhm. Yeah, because you don't really know if you are going from this uh, just non-existent way of just always living, you know, day to day and doing what you're supposed to do, what is expected of you to do. Uh, you're in that role, then all of a sudden you make this decision, to like, okay, I'm going to step back from that. To me, it feels like you're setting yourself up to be like, okay, she's asking to find who she is,
Mhm.
you know, let's start that journey now. Let's guide her to that, But we're going to have to start off, in my case, with a big shakeup, a big
Well,
shakeup
and
within
it's funny
her.
you say that. I mean, like what comes to mind is like, oh yeah, we'll help her, we'll make her stumble, we'll make her fall, we'll teach her.
Yeah, yeah, it kind of felt like that, but it's surrounded with a very loving, very intentional uh way, as I maybe at the time when it was occurring, it just went, what is happening, but now that I know and I've learned and I look back on it, yes, I could see that it was, she needed this, to fall flat on her face kind of
And
thing,
sometimes we need that jolt, that
yeah,
complete shift, that complete pattern interrupt. I mean, and
right,
sometimes, it's
right,
like if it's
right.
settled for you, then that's awesome. But usually it's not
Hmm.
because we're so in that groove, we're so
Hmm.
in that pattern, we don't see anything else. And
Right.
the
Yeah.
powers that are, they're like, we'll teach
Yeah.
you. Wham! And it's
Yeah.
like, what happened? It's like so out of left field, but it really jolts us awake, so to speak.
Right. exactly. And I think that's what happened, you know. No, well, I believe that's what's happened. I really needed that shake up, you know.
Hmm.
And surprisingly enough, when that was happening, I knew that I needed um a place, like a safe place to do this verbal vomit of everything that I was holding in.
Hmm.
So I needed something, someone that I could trust, that I could do that with. So I immediately sought out a therapist
Oh,
and
good for you.
hunted one down. Yeah, and I hunted one down and connected with her. I remember, you know, talking to her over the phone, you know, and immediately hung up. And this is she's her. This is her. This is who I'm going to go with. After
Good.
8, I think it was 8. You know,
But you know, and
at the time,
but
try
good for
yeah,
you for not going with the first one that came along, and it's really important, you know. And it's like
yeah,
for any of you listening too, you know, it's like there's nothing
yeah,
wrong with seeking out help, whatever form
hmm
that is, you know, unless of course it's harming you, then clearly don't do that, you know. But it's like
sure,
ask somebody for help, and it's like if you don't feel like this is the right person, nobody says you have to use that person. You know, keep
right.
looking until you find the one that you click with, that you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to find, like I said, a safe place, and that included somebody I could trust
Of
completely.
co're.
And
I mean,
yeah,
if
it
you're
was
so
her.
vulnerable at that point,
Yeah.
I mean, you're sharing
hmm
your
Oh
deepest,
yeah. Yeah.
darkest, whatever's going on, you know?
Yeah. Oh
Right.
yeah. Yeah. So started going to see her, and then um also I felt like I didn't want to go down the traditional path of medicine. There's nothing wrong with that. I did have a subscription for some anxiety medicine that
Hmm.
I kept in my purse, and it was a thing that I used as okay, if it gets to be too much, because after the panic attacks, I had anxiety really bad, and so I felt like okay, if it gets too much, I have it with me. And then there was a few occasions where I did take it,
Good for
but
you.
I also knew that I wanted to uh, do here.
Hmm.
I felt like I needed to do here.
Your
And that
heart.
included, yeah, that included learning how to be in my body
Hmm.
healthy. And to me, that looked like moving. So I signed up for yoga and I started bike riding more. I started walking more. And I needed to get all this here out. So I started journaling. And I used to journal as a teenager, and
Hmm.
I kind of like it fell to the wayside. So I picked it up again at that time
Oh, good.
and started journaling. And then of course and then I also was like, you know, okay, you know, you have all these long lists of things that you wanted to do and try out, but you always, you know, oh, I have to take care of the house. Oh, I have to go to this function. Oh, I have to go to this meeting. You know, as a military spouse, you know, you have to do these things.
We
So,
get
you're
voluntold.
here. Yeah, you're here, so why not do the things that you want to do? And, you know, and some of them were, you know, taking a yoga class, and some of them were a cake decorating class. Some of them were a ceramics class, you know. I just wanted something, you know, to do with my hands and to
Something
create,
for
you
you.
know. That's what,
Right.
right. Yeah, yeah. And so I signed up for a whole bunch of things, and I did continue with classes, and wanted to do some learning there. And yeah, that's how my journey started. And this was all before I hit El Paso. And by the time we went to El Paso, I kind of had all those tools under my belt, but it was just the beginning.
Right.
It was just the beginning. Yeah.
It's just like,
Um,
but wait, there's more.
oh yeah, so much. Yeah, so
And
much
you
more.
know, it's
Mhm.
fun too. It's like for me, it's like once I opened that funnel, you know, I mean, it was like, you know, just tipping my toe in the water, but it like opened the floodgates
Mhm.
in a good kind of way, you know, because it's
Right.
like, yeah, and then there's this, and then there's this, and this led to this, and this led to this, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that led you to what is exactly is it that you're doing? Why don't you tell our listeners and viewers?
Today I'm doing several things now.
Because
My
you're
journey has
amazing.
brought me, well, my journey has brought me to energy medicine. I call it energy medicine. I started off learning Reiki and then I moved on to healing touch and then just doing several things that teach you on the energy bodies. So I'm currently taking a horror class. I'm learning that, which I kind of
A
like
what
have taken
class? A
before.
horror class?
Hara,
Oh,
Hara, Hara class. It's an energy system within our body.
no. It's just not what
Yeah.
I heard.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that's just not what I heard. I was like, wait a minute. You didn't say horror, did
Okay.
you? No. Horror.
Keep it
Okay, got
clean.
it. Because I think there's a thing called horror yoga too, isn't there?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
sure uh what that is, but yeah,
Okay.
I
So
think
you're
I've
taking
heard
this
that. Yeah.
class right now? What will that do then?
I'm sorry.
So you're taking that class right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
What does
Yeah.
it
We
what is
just
it? I
started.
mean, what is it? What does it do and
We're
how
just
does it help
again, we're
people?
just learning the HARA system, you
Okay.
know, and how it functions and how we can manage it, you know, on our own, how we can, as energy medicine practitioners, what we can, how we can care for our clients on that level of our energy
Mm-hmm.
bodies.
Nice. Is that an online class or in-person class?
Online.
Okay.
It's online.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And
And you know,
it's
uh,
a teacher I've had before, and she's wonderful, knowledgeable, very grounded in the
nice.
work she does. Very care, keeps it very uh, honoring the systems and just very clear in her attentions on what you know what it's really all about.
I love that. No, that's awesome. I so love that. Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
let's go back to the military spouse thing. Because, you know, we're
Okay.
both military spouses, and I'm sure some of our listeners are. And it's like, you know, it's like, see, I get some questions before I do my interviews. So you all know, before I do interviews, I put into ChatGPT, give me some questions. This is who I'm talking to. This is what they do. This is, you know, blah, blah, whatever. And give me some questions. So when I look over here, I'm looking at questions. Hey, I'm human, you know? It's like my brain can only handle so much.
Okay.
You know, it's like whatever. All right. Oh, I like this one. People often see the service member in uniform, but not always the life of the spouse. What is something you wish more people understood about being a military spouse?
That we're serving too, and I kind of think that's just out there more so now than it was when my mother was in it and before that generation. Um, I think it's just becoming more like, you know, noticed that the spouses that stand behind the soldier are
Mm-hmm.
serving as well.
Well, they call us the silent
Um,
rank.
yes, yeah,
Yeah. You know,
yeah.
and
And I
it's so
feel like,
fun. I did a lot of networking here in town, you know, before COVID and all of that. And I love going to networking events, like whether it's for veterans or regular or whatever, you know, and then you have all these organizations it's like we do this and this and this and this for veterans. And here's always me at the back of the room. They're like, oh, here she goes again. You know, and it's like, this is great. I really appreciate that you do that for the veterans. What do you do for the spouses? And then the general answer was spouses are welcome to come. I said, that's great, but our needs are different. What are you doing for the spouses specifically? Is there anything?
uh-huh.
Have you even considered that? You know, and I know
Hmm.
I've ruffled a few feathers, and I continue to do that because that's just who I am. You know, you're
Yeah,
queen of shift, misfit.
yeah,
You know, but I mean, it's really is because it's like so
yeah,
many times that the spouses and the families they get forgotten. They're like they get might get mentioned, and it's
Mhm.
like, but our needs are different. I mean, our children's needs are different. Our needs are different, so
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
something I would want people to know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I hope to tell their story in the book that I'm writing.
Yeah,
You
tell us
know,
about the book.
yeah,
I'm
it's just
excited.
well, I'm happy that you're excited. Um, I just always wanted to tell that side of the story, and I didn't really know how to at first, and it was one day it was just like, well, you're in it, why don't you just tell your story, And so just started writing down notes and ideas and experiences that I had. And then COVID hit, and like with many, many people, COVID gave, the opportunity for you to really look at what you really want to do, what you really want to change, It was like an opportunity um, for life change. And so I just gathered up all my notes and started putting it all together, and I thought, well, there's a story here, and it's just not my personal story. There's a essence to the story of the military spouse that often gets missed. I think the closest I ever felt like it was genuinely told. Now, I haven't watched every military movie that um, mentions or talks about the military spouse, but the one that I watched that really resonated with me was the one with Mel Gibson, We Are Soldiers. Um, there's a side story with the military spouse, and I believe it's his wife, and she holds, the meetings and the gatherings of the military spouses. And then there's a scene where they deal with I think it's a Western Union message about the death of one of the soldiers,
Yeah,
and
back when they just
just
that's like, oh, here's a telegram. Good luck with that. The
yeah,
gentleman I think delivered the
yeah,
military. I'm glad
yeah,
they changed that now. I mean, I used to be when we were in
yeah,
Bamberg, being the senior spouse for our battalion, and it's like with the plus we had some casualties, being part of the notification team and putting that together. It's it's so different. I'm so glad they changed that completely, I must say.
right, yeah, of course, yeah. Um, I totally agree with that. That movie just felt like it was the clearest and what really the military spouse
Hmm.
goes through, and telling a little bit of that story. So
Right.
I wanted to tell the story too because there's so much that, like you said, we don't know about, and maybe there's misconceptions, and there's a lot of depth to our story, and I just wanted to capture that and tell it uh, in a fictional
I love that.
format. Yeah,
And thank you. I mean,
um,
I had the honor to be interviewed by you, for the book, so it's
yeah,
like
yeah. I
that,
thank
that
you for
was
that. Yeah,
that
yeah,
was that was awesome. And I thought it
yeah.
was like, when I saw your message on I think you put it out on Facebook, who's all my military,
Or
I forgot the message,
well,
but
email. Yeah, I sent out an
yeah,
email.
or
Yeah,
email. It was something. I was
yeah,
like, yeah, absolutely. Because it's so
yeah.
important to me. It's always been important to get that side of the story out, to let others understand. It's like, hey, there's more to military life than just the soldier. It's
Right,
like,
right. Hmm.
all the moving, and then you have to pack up your whole household and the kids, and then
Yeah,
animals and this. I mean, the whole everything. And a lot
right.
of times
Yeah,
it hangs on the spouse because the service members off doing their thing,
right,
whether
right,
they're in the field or they're deployed or whatever, and then the spouse at
right,
home is to take care of everything else. And it's
right,
just like, and so
right.
I'm so excited to that you're doing this. Any
Yeah.
idea when it might come out?
Oh my goodness.
I'm the
It'll
pushy
probably
one.
be a while. It'll probably be a while, yeah. I finished all my interviews. I would love to do more. So, but right now with what I got, I'm moving forward, and I do have to do other interviews for other aspects, because I wasn't, um, you know, just like the soldier, we're all in our different fields, serving. Um, I had the experience of working with the families as a first sergeant's wife, but then after that, we went what they call staff, so I wasn't down in the battalion level until the very end. My husband did take a battalion, but we did what they call a geographical separation. So we were
Hmm.
here in Colorado while he was in Oklahoma, serving the last couple years with the battalion. Um, so I did get was able to gather enough story, the essence of that story from me, but wanted more because
So what are you looking? I
my
mean, for those that are listening, maybe there's somebody out there who would like to contact. What are you looking for, and what's the best way for them to contact you for that?
well, I'm just looking for them to tell their story. My thing is I'm not
I
going
mean,
to
spouses or
repeat
service members or
spouses,
spouses.
spouses that serve because the story takes place in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And Uh, and I'm just looking for someone who was around that time, that was in that time,
Oh no, you froze. See, this is what happens sometimes.
um,
There you
that's
are.
willing to tell their story. My thing is, I'm repeat their story in my book. Did we have a glitch? Okay, there
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
just a little,
Okay.
just a
Uh,
little freeze up, but that's okay.
okay.
We were
I'm
misfits.
not going to repeat. Okay. Um, I'm not going to repeat their story. I'm just trying to capture the essence of
Hmm.
of the whole story of the military spouse.
Right.
But I asked for the interviews so I can gather that, so I can capture that.
Right.
Um, um, and the stories that I have the honor of listening in on, and um, the other the storyteller sharing me their story has been, oh my goodness, just oh, I mean, there was tears, laughter, um, just an intensity to their stories and the realism that they shared, the honesty. I have a whole new level of respect for the military spouse. Um, it was just incredible
Nice.
sharing, being allowed to hear their stories.
Hmm.
So what I'm doing is just capturing the essence of the story by them
Okay.
telling me their
So how can
story.
they contact you if they're interested to be in your?
They can contact me through my email, which is jpaatchi@msn.com.
Okay.
That's probably the best way you can contact me. And um, just say that you just want to set up, are willing to tell me their story around
Okay.
that time.
So the good
So,
subject line would
yeah.
be a book interview.
Interview, yeah,
Okay.
book interview
Okay. Just
for
to
a
keep it
military
easy,
spouse.
it's
Yeah.
like because it's like we all get so much email, and it's like I just glance at the subject.
Yeah.
If it interests me, I look at it. If
Yeah.
it doesn't, it doesn't. So if any of you listening, it's like put in the subject line book interview when you email
Yeah.
Priscilla for that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's the easiest way. So
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
let's see, we have some.
I appreciate you putting that out there. I
Of
wasn't,
course,
I was,
that's what we do. We all misfits got to stick together.
we
And
do.
it's just a good thing, you know.
Yeah, we
Um,
do.
Tell us, what is something about you that most people would never guess, other than that
Would
you're
never,
awesome and everything, but that people would guess that,
oh,
right?
thank you.
Because
Would
just
never guess?
hmm
Oh my goodness. Would never guess.
like for instance, for myself, one day I had breakfast with Prince Luitpold of Bavaria, and then I stood him up for dinner.
Really?
So yeah, that's something nobody would ever guess. Anyway, so do you got something funny?
Oh my goodness. That would never guess.
It's like,
Oh,
you like horseback riding or, I don't
horseback
know.
riding. Well, not really.
Okay,
Been
no, that's
horseback
fine.
riding twice. I can't, you know what? I'm the lamest person.
No,
I
you're
can't even
not.
think of
Oh, don't
something.
even say that. You are so not. Oh my goodness.
Um, that would never guess. I can't even think of. Uh,
I know.
I'm sure there is
It's like,
something.
gee, thanks, Bean, for putting me on the spot here.
Yeah, yeah, really, Sabine.
Okay, then let's ask a
Okay.
different question. What currently brings
Okay.
you joy and hope in the world?
Oh, you know what? I this is probably going to go against what everything that's going on currently. Um, but I really do have hope. I really do. I feel like a lot of people every day are asking themselves, what do I want differently? What what is this chaos, you know? They're questioning, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And and just by people questioning, that gives me hope
Nice.
because the act of questioning is the action of hope, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
I agree.
when you put action into hope, that leads us into like a bigger perspective on what we really want,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do we want this or do we want that? You know, no, I don't want that. I want this. How do I move forward in that? You
Right.
know, and that questioning also is from here, and it's
From the
waking
heart.
something up. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
well, not only the heart, but in their inner being. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's bringing them back to them. You know, because we've been so external for so long.
Well, plus,
Now
I
I
mean,
feel
we're
like
giving away so much
in
of our
here.
power, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
with that whole thing, what that's going on, I
Right.
noticed that more and more people are waking up simply by starting to ask questions. That's
Yeah.
starting to wake up. It's like, wait a minute, it's like
Right.
what really is happening here, and
Right.
so yeah, that's a good one.
Right. Um, I totally agree with you. The questioning I think is where we need to start, just questioning things,
Right.
um, you know, not only our external world, but, questioning things here within us, our internal
Hmm.
world. What do we want differently for ourselves?
Right.
What do we need to be challenged on,
Well, so
to
that, and it's
to
like what is working, and what isn't working. I mean, just because you
hmm
tell yourself it's working doesn't mean it's working. Take an
yeah,
honest look, and it's like if it's not working, the next question is, what are you willing to do to change it?
yeah,
You don't have to
yeah.
figure out what you need to change. The first question is, are you willing to change and do what needs to be
Yeah.
done to change that?
And you said the perfect word, willing.
Hmm.
Because I think sometimes we think we need to just jump right in, right? No, my
No.
belief is like, even if you start off, what am I willing to do? Willing,
Hmm.
that's a really good start,
Yeah.
baby steps,
Oh yeah.
baby steps are as big as jumping off the cliff,
Well, I
right?
mean, and the
I
thing
feel
is,
like,
that I don't know who said it and where I saw it, but whatever, it's like if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. You know, but
Mhm.
forward motion is forward motion. It doesn't matter how big or small, as long as you do the first step. And here's the thing, this is the one thing I have learned. It's like once you make the decision and you take one action step, one inspired action step towards that direction, the powers that are, they're like, oh, yay. And they give you what you need right then and
Yeah,
there. And they're like, oh, but wait, there's more. Just keep going,
right,
and it's like, and
right.
once you open that little door, even if you just do the peephole at first, and then you just give a tiny, tiny nudge and look what's behind that. As soon as you keep going, it is
Yeah.
so incredible. All the
Mhm.
things that are happening for you, and nothing in this world is happening to you, by the way. It's all happening for you.
Having
You
for
know?
you. Yeah.
So, and it's just like, and once you shift that,
hmm
instead of being playing the victim, it's like, oh, this is happening to me. And I've been there, done that. Okay, I'm so
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. But once I shifted that, instead of going, why is this happening to me? I started asking, it's like, okay, why is this happening for me? What does it look, what lesson am I not getting? What is it trying to teach me? So when you look at it from that aspect, everything shifts.
Right.
Everything shifts. And then you just keep on
Yeah.
moving forward, And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, and one thing leads to another, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's mind blowing. It is so
Yeah.
amazing, and there's so many
Yeah. I
people
totally.
out there who are willing to help you, make that first step. You don't have to do it alone. That's the thing. It's like
Mhm.
you can join our group, the Home of Misfits on Facebook, and
Mhm.
just ask a question. There's so many people in there, more than happy to help. You're not
Yeah.
alone. You don't have to do it alone.
Hmm.
That's the beauty of this, but you have to
Right.
take the first step. It's like if you're thirsty, you have to drink. You cannot just say, "Hey, I'm thirsty," and then somebody else drinks it, and you expect to be your thirst being quenched. That's not how it works. You still have to do the
Hmm.
action. You still have to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you have to get up and
right.
walk.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Mm.
but you don't have to do it alone. There's so many people out there who are
Yeah. You
willing
don't
to
have to do it
help, who are
alone, and
looking.
you don't have to make the big, huge uh, steps.
Right. It doesn't
It's
have to be
maybe, yeah.
monumental. It
I'm a
doesn't
big,
have to be
yeah,
that
I'm a big,
newsworthy headline thing. It can be very
yeah.
simple. It's like uh me, for example. It's like I was telling my husband the other day, I love being underestimated by people constantly. Okay. Because I can do my thing in the background and I do one little thing at a time, one little thing at a time. And it's like, and here we are today, with all whatever is going on. Like if somebody would have told me I write books, I would have laughed so hard. And then English, what? Like, nuts.
Yeah.
And here we are 14 books later. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but again,
Good for you.
one step at a time. It didn't
Yeah.
happen overnight. Nothing
Yeah.
happens overnight. You might get lucky
Yeah.
one day, but generally it's like it's this little consistent little steps that nobody
Yeah.
sees, nobody acknowledges, but you will notice it because they accumulate. And eventually there's this like, oh wow, I did that?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Hmm.
And that's the beauty of
Yeah.
it. So I
Hmm.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And before you know it, you look back and all the little steps
I know.
are 100 steps, 200
Right. And then it's
steps.
like all of a sudden you
Right.
look at your life and you're going like, whoa, I created
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it begins with the awareness and it's like start asking questions. And the
Hmm.
first question is,
Yeah.
it's like, is the way my life is right now, is this working for me or not? Or what is working, what isn't working? And then on the things that are not working, the next question is, am I willing to change? What am I willing to do? And you just go from
Hmm.
there, you
Hmm.
know,
Right.
easy.
Yeah.
And it's like the question is like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Not that you would eat an elephant, but the
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, how do you eat an
Yeah.
elephant? You eat it one bite at a
I've
time.
never heard that saying.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, now you have. See? But yeah, you just one little thing at a time.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
and the more you do it, the more open you become, the more answers you will get in like instantly. You ask a question in your
Hmm.
mind and it's like you get the answer, comes through you. It's so
Hmm.
I'm still in awe when it happens. So one last question.
Okay.
What part of your story do you feel hasn't heard yet? Hasn't been heard yet?
Oh, the ending.
Well,
And it's
clearly.
because I'm not there.
And keep that ending far, far away. But I mean, other than that part, you know.
Okay. We're gonna cut that out, right?
No, that's fine. But here's the thing. No, we're not. And here's why, because this is the home of misfits. Okay. If and I never intended to have this podcast or this video like perfect, like with the perfect lighting, the perfect this, the perfect that. That's not what this is. This is really a place to be yourself, to be you, to come as you are, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
flaws and everything. It's like I started an episode where I tripped over my tongue, so it started out with blah 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 blah. Blah. Because it's like we are
Yeah.
human. We are human. We're not machines.
Yeah.
We're human. We have our flaws. We have our all of it that makes us
Yeah.
us.
Hmm.
And those little bloopers, they're just fun. They're just like, oh, look at
Yeah.
that.
It's how we learn, right? It's how we learn.
Right. So maybe next time we won't do that. I mean, in my case, I probably will because I forget, but hey, it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. Yeah.
Life is fun. Life is what you make it. Life
Hmm.
really is what you make it. It's like, you follow your thing. You have, like with you get the inspiration. It's like, hey, I'm going to follow this path, and boom.
Yeah.
For me, it was about 10 years or so ago. It's like I always it's like my thing was it's like there's more. There's more than what we're being told. It's like, and I started
Hmm.
questioning. It's like, but that makes no sense. There's more. And you know how they say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Well, my teacher appeared, and she literally opened up the whole universe for me. And of course
Yeah.
now it's like the more I learned, the more I realized, the less I know. But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
fun. You just have
Mhm.
fun with it.
Mhm.
Well, is everything working out? No, it's not supposed to. You're
Yeah.
supposed to learn. It's like, oh, I mean, Edison, he did, 10,000 or so tries to figure out the light bulb? He didn't
Yeah.
fail 10,000 times. He figured out 10,000 ways it didn't work until he found the one way it did work. That's how you look
Yeah.
at it. When you
Yeah.
shift the narrative, things just change.
Yeah. It does. It very much does. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
I can
good.
attest to that. Yeah. It's a, yeah, it was a long journey for me to change perspectives. Um,
And you're still on this journey. I'm still on this
I'm
journey,
still doing it. Yeah. I'm still
you know?
learning, yeah, I'm still
And
learning.
and and, and it's okay. That's how we grow and learn. I mean, our
Oh,
purpose
yeah. Yeah.
as humans on Earth, okay, is to have fun, to learn, and to grow. That's it.
Hmm.
If you think about it, this is why we're here. That is why we choose to come here to Earth. And I
Hmm.
learn. I see this so often with my clients when I do the QHHT. As like because a lot of times it's like, why did I pick this life? Well, here you go.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
generally, it's just
That's,
like we picked this experience, to have fun, to learn, and to grow. So
hmm.
anyway,
Yeah.
hey, girlfriend, if people
Yeah.
want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Um, the uh the the email that I just gave, I'm not too big on social media, but I do have social media pages. I'm on Instagram,
You
Facebook,
have a website?
and I do have a website for my business, my energy medicine business, and it's
Okay, what's the
contact
website?
at it's rocklilyplace.com, and you can contact me there.
Okay.
Otherwise, again, Facebook or Instagram.
Can
Yeah.
you repeat your email address again?
JPATCHI@msn.com.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love you, girl, because you're
I
amazing.
love you too.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you so
guys,
much for having me.
thanks for being here. You know, and it's like I know you were really, really nervous in the beginning. You gooder now?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, it's
It
all
wasn't
good.
so bad.
It's all good. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to be a guest on the show, just reach out. You can go homeofmisfits.com. All the information is there. You can find us on Facebook and anywhere. And just remember, it's like everybody's welcome and masks are optional. You don't have to. Just come as you. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we will be back next week. So until then, be good. Don't get caught. I'm still out of bail money. So there you go. There's that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Home of Misfits by Matters of Perspective. You belong.